We have two folks here with us from the Department of Agriculture and the Preservation, Farmland Preservation. Fred Strathmeyer, who's actually from York County.
Yes, I am.
And he's the Deputy Secretary of Agriculture for the state of Pennsylvania. And we have Doug Wolfgang, who's for Farmland Preservation. And they are here because the Musser family, who are seated up here, who many of you know, have had their farm right outside of our town for almost 120 years now, but they have earned the Century Farm designation, and I will now turn it over to these guys to present that award.
Thank you, Joan. Again, my name is Doug Wolfgang, the Director of the Bureau of Farmland Preservation. The Century and Bicentennial Farm Program recognizes farms that have been in the same family for 100 and 200 years respectively. So it's a real privilege for us to be here today to be able to present the Musser family with this distinguished award. It's probably one of the neatest things we do at the Department of Agriculture. With agriculture, there's so much history interwoven into the fabric of our farmland, and you know, that's alive and well throughout York County and throughout the Commonwealth, the historical side of our farms and the longevity of the farm family in Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to read a brief summary of the Musser farm. The Helen Gerber Musser and Family Farm was originally purchased by Jacob S. Musser on March 19, 1906. Jacob's father, Christian Musser, signed an agreement of sale to purchase the farm back in 1905. 102 acres totaling for a cost of $8,160 was the purchase price back then. Wow, can you imagine if you could buy land for that nowadays? Jacob Musser had 3 children, and they each had a few children of their own, and all of the families stayed in Pennsylvania to raise their families. Helen's late husband Paul took over ownership of the farm from his father Christian on April 9th, 1973. Some of the original buildings still stand, and the home where Helen resides was actually built in 1852. 81 acres of the original acres are still used to grow vegetables and hay and grain. And York County is home to 50 Century Farms and 10 Bicentennial Farms now with the inclusion of the Musser farm. So just wonderful recognition for the Musser family, and I'd like to turn it over to Deputy Secretary Fred Strathmeyer to say a few words now too.
Thanks, Doug, and thanks, Joan. As Joan said, yes, I'm the Strathmeyer Forest, York County, born and raised, and it does give me any more pleasure than to recognize someone from York County, the Musser family, and what they've done over the last 100 plus years, and to keep the farm in farming. It's a big deal. As you all know, you can look around Manchester these days and you can see what's happening. But the Musser family has continued to keep that farm going, and that's quite an accomplishment. And very, very proud to be here today in this position. Never thought I would be in this position, but very, very proud to be here today to present to you, Helen, and the family, this Centennial Award. And if you don't mind to come up and possibly even say a few words.
Where are all my children?
And I was going to say, the family, all the family, please come up as well. Helen, do you? Yeah, congratulations. Who's that?
Boy, that's a big sign.
Heavy sign, so you guys.
There's still a paper over.
Where are we going to put all that?
Why don't you get them out?
Here, why don't we move over this way instead of that podium? So Helen, maybe you ought to take a moment and introduce your family for us.
I will.
How's that? Go ahead.
This is our oldest daughter, Barb. Karen's number 2, Dawn's number 3, and Stan is number 4. They've all helped me. I hope you can keep it for a while, that's for sure. Nobody wants to see everything going. But you know what I thought about the most? When I first came to Manchester, we have this swimming pool, the picnic area, and it looked like Elm Beach. It don't look like Elm Beach no more because you can't keep control of that many people on the size that we have. So we have it in private rest station, and That's the way it works out really good, no problem.
Great.
So, if anybody else
Yeah,
wants,
anyone else from the family want to say anything? Yeah?
Seen it, Manchester Mountain will build up a lot in the last 57 years, or 50. But trying to keep some open fields around, that's what I like to do.
Great, great.
Thanks.
Congratulations again. Thank you.
Congratulations.
this girl worked at BAE. She just retired from WellSpan after 38 years. She said she was with WellSpan, so. Okay.
I think my biggest memory as a little girl was growing up and delivering eggs with my grandfather to lots of the local community. And that's a memory, kind of like the milk truck made me think of. We ran in and out of this grandpa's truck, we called it Eddie at the time, and delivered eggs to the local families after we picked them and cleaned them and all that sort of thing. That's one of my most unusual memories, I think.
That's really nice.
And then for the pond, Grandpa had chicken barbecues 5 nights a week during the summertime. So that was my source of income while I was too young to drive. And, Dad wasn't about pomp and circumstances, and he didn't care about 100 years. He just cared about the farm. But we think about him today.
Sure, absolutely. So nice, thank you.
4-H was a part of the farm too. Stan and I were in the 4-H growing up the cattle, and I had capons, and Aaron had capons through 4-H, so we were active in that, and Grandpa and all that helped us with that.
Once again, really want to thank you all for your dedication and perseverance, and to your husband as well. All the entire Musser family. Thank you very much.
Very proud.